along my journey, I have had to almost with anxiety on my back try to continue life, right? And I have just learned uh, coping mechanisms, right? And anxiety and the feeling of being overwhelmed. Um, Anxiety can be very crippling. And it hit me about 7 years ago. And I really did not think that I had ever experienced anxiety before. I think that I had experienced, very like nervous situations in my life, right? Where I felt very nervous about things, but I didn't understand anxiety until it hit me so bad, and I didn't really know why it was coming into my life the way it did, and at such a it felt very drastic to me. And so I know that there were life changes going on for me, and age and all of that, but I never really realized the the severity of anxiety. And so I just wanted to share with you that, along my journey, I have had to almost with anxiety on my back try to continue life, right? And I have just learned uh, coping mechanisms, right? I think that anxiety, unfortunately, is staying so prevalent uh, with a lot of us because of the way things are, right, in society. But anxiety, it can just stop you in your tracks. It can keep you up at night. It makes you feel like the most simple tasks are impossible, right? They feel completely like scary and uh, and unapproachable. And that is, was such a weird thing for me because I had always been just so independent and such a just a go-getter and do things and get things done. And then when anxiety entered my life, it was just like, where did this come from and what is this? But I think it's just something that or I say a lot of us, I don't want to say all of us, maybe, but I think a lot of us go through this. But, I don't think the one thing we need to understand is that we're not alone. We are not alone on this journey because so many of us are experiencing it. But I want to say to you, um, anxiety, it thrives when you are maybe alone too much, or you've gone into isolation, which are some of the signs, right? But don't be afraid, to get out there and seek support and utilize techniques, which I talk about a lot here on my channel. Mindfulness, meditation, getting in nature, all those things. And you got to work with that mind a lot. You got to work with that mind a lot. And so, when I look at all of the struggles and all of the things that I think I've gone through in my life, um, the two things that I have, it seems like, just been delving into and learning so much on, and then also sharing, is that of mindset and dealing with anxiety. So I want to share with you the signs, and I know I've probably mentioned maybe a couple of them, but the signs of anxiety, and I'm going to maybe tag the word severe to the front of that because I think most of us, when we really become concerned, it's because our anxiety has gotten pretty severe. But increased stressors, so our world is so fast paced and busy, and so um, just these constant demands, right, are on us. So all these increased stressors in your life will absolutely, cause your anxiety to rise. Know that anxiety does have an impact on your health, so you need to be aware of this and don't, ignore anxiety and maybe the signs that your body may possibly be giving you, which can be like fatigue, headaches, digestive issues, trouble sleeping. Also, with anxiety, you're going to want to be isolated, which I mentioned is it's not good. I mean, being alone and being in solitude at moments are very powerful, but just complete isolation for long periods of time is not healthy for us. So when you are feeling that way, you're struggling severely with with some forms of anxiety. But just a constant overwhelm is a sign, and it's overwhelmed with just the little responsibilities, the smallest things. I've got to go to the grocery store, I need to clean the house today, or I need to run small errands, and you're very overwhelmed by those things. So those are the signs of anxiety. And there are, again, I want to share, there's techniques and there's support for those of us that have anxiety. I have, again, researched and taught myself for years now mechanisms, coping mechanisms, and techniques. In, I mean, like I said, this world that we live in, anxiety will creep into your life. It will come in. But when you know how to deal with it, when you have the tools and the techniques, wow, it's a game changer. It is. It's a game changer. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope this helps you, and join me in some of my other videos. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. This is Kelly with The Well Life, and remember, your lifestyle is a choice. Choose well.